Begin transmission.
Morning, everybody. Optimus Prime here. It's good stuff. I'm back for another G1 style review. I still haven't gotten anything moved around because my old review station used to be over there. But my new computer's over, or my old new computer's over there. So I have a spot planned for my new reviewing station, but I just have to get it done. And this is like 2 minutes after my Title A video, which is actually going to go up after this one because that's a reboot. It's a redo review. And I already did it. But today, as you can see from the title below, or above, or wherever it goes now. Yeah, I know it goes down below at the time of this recording. But when I say above, and it's not above anymore, and I say below, it's not below anymore, it could be like in the title here. But today we're going to be taking a look at this pretty fella. Fall of Cybertron Transformers Generation Blaster. So first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Now the packaging for these new guys, these new guys are pretty cool. They've got like this chunk taken out of the bottom, which isn't an actual full square now. As you can see, on this side, sorry, I haven't done it in a while. On this side is Blaster and Steeljaw, which is his little data disk, which we'll get to that. Yes, we will get to that. But this is just a basic repaint of, a basic repaint / slight retool of Soundwave, from the Fall of Cybertron Voyager class line. On the side here you get more cassettes that are in the line. I don't know their name. I know I think his name is Ramhorn. But that's it. And on the back here you have your obligatory product shot, which actually does not match up to the products, but I will explain why in a moment. Yep, oh, Steeljaw, right there. And I like how they've gone back to the G1 tech specs here. You see his gimmick explained, Steeljaw up here, get a nice Autobot logo. On this side you get half an Autobot logo, Series 1, number 4. Now, that's the packaging done. Oh, sorry, dog. Let me hit the dog. Oh, stop drinking that stuff. Anyway, here's Blaster. Open up and out of his packaging, obviously. And he's a nice little toy. I really do like him. I've never taken too well to the character of Blaster. But I've recently been watching a lot of G1, and Blaster's really cool in that series. Because I thought Blaster was he's just a retool of Soundwave, but he's not. In the G1 toy line, he's actually a slightly bigger mold than Soundwave himself, because Soundwave is actually, as you can see from my original Soundwave review, is from the Diaclone range. One of the first Transformers, coined by Hasbro. I don't think, Blaster wasn't part of that. He was later on in the series. He came in about, I want to say, season 2 of G1. So, it's a nice little toy. Blaster, I don't believe, was in the Fall of Cybertron game, unless he was like some hidden Easter egg. I don't know. But he does have his cassette feature that opens, and he does have a finger molded. This is actually a lot better than my flip. Molded so he can be pressing his eject button for his cassettes. Now, his cassettes, I'm just going to set you off to the side here, aren't actually cassettes. They're data discs. This is Steeljaw as a data disc. It's a yellow hockey puck. The gimmick is you would put this in his chest, push a lever at the back of in his back, and it would shoot this guy out the front. He would go flying, hit the table, and transform. However, let's push the button. There's a button underneath. I don't know how I can say that, but it's like right there where something naughty would be. Where was I? I don't remember. But the cassettes this time around, I'm calling them cassettes, not data discs. The cassettes in this form, I don't like. At least I don't like Steeljaw. I don't like the animal, the four-legged animal. This is Steeljaw, and while he's not terrible, he's hollow, very hollow, very see-through, as you can see. Yeah. There's just. I like the idea of reselling the cassettes, I really do. But the execution leaves a little to be desired, I do have to admit. Transforming these guys is pretty obvious. You just fold things and twist things and then pop things in places. This is like state the obvious with Optimus Prime. Then you have him back in his little data disc mode. I don't display him with him. I just kind of leave him as a data disc. Just kind of set him off to the side. Hey, transform. But coming on to Blaster himself, being almost 10 minutes in, I should probably talk about the toy. The toy itself is very, very nice. I do really like this guy. I do incredibly enjoy this guy. I would have grabbed my War for Cybertron Soundwave had I known I'd be doing this one. But I originally planned on doing this guy, but then I thought, you know what, I should do a proper review. So, Blaster, I have a problem with his chest. The paint applications on mine are very kind of sloppy, so it looks like they could have done a bit more paint in some areas. I know this is not coming over at all on the camera, but it's just very sloppily done. I don't know, and these two little bits on the side are supposed to be black on the actual box art, but seeing Blaster in G1, all he had was he had a white visor instead of a yellow one, and I believe his antenna were red. Don't quote me on that, because it might have been black, now that I think about it. I just saw him in one of the episodes I was watching yesterday. I can't remember. But he is his chest is slightly remolded. And he does have the same articulation as Soundwave. Nothing different. Bends at the elbow, rotates at the elbow, bends out at the shoulder. The shoulder's on an up and down joint, but it's mainly for transformation. No waist joint due to the way that he transforms. His chest is kind of big, but that's for the gimmick. And this is the plunger, this tan thing here. Yeah, no matter what you do, you have this sticking out the back. And that's one of the reasons why I don't put Steeljaw in his chest. Because right now I have it all the way as tight up against his chest as it can go, just to kind of conceal the backpack. If I actually were to put Steeljaw in, it would probably kick it out about that far, and that just looks butt ugly to me. His knees, or his hips, do swivel outwards and forwards, and they do rotate at the thigh. Nice clicky ratchet joint at the knee, and he does get some foot pointage. So, I'll just transform him now for you while I'm talking about Blaster. Blaster, in most of his continuities, proceeds as a... What am I doing? This isn't a G1 review. It's going to be a bit of a longer one. I got cut out that I answered my cell phone, so shouldn't be this one. What you want to do for the transformation, basically it's the same thing if you have War and Fall of Cybertron Soundwave. They're the exact same thing. So you just fold the hands in, lift the arms up, bring the wheels forward, like that. Then take the arms on this hinge, fold it down on both sides, so he's kind of got low-hanging shoulders now. Take this little red panel in the back, flip it out, swivel it down and up, and there's a little peg, which I don't know, right there. There's a small hole right there. Tab plus hole equals yay. So you just tab it in there with the greatest of ease, and it tabs together in the front section on the top, in the middle part. Now, one thing I will say is I like the front a lot better. The only problem is, as you can see, is if you have him positioned in certain ways, you can see up into his head cavity. So what I do is I just kind of pivot that up so it looks kind of like that, giving the front its own little grill section. Sometimes I leave it flat. Other times it's like this. And what you want to do, bring this plunger in his back, bring it out, fold it down, rotate that like that, and then rotate this all the way up. Oops. So it's like that. Just leave that like that for now. Take the arms, even though the front so you can see. Rotate them down and peg them. Basically, it's War for Cybertron Soundwave. Just slot them in so they match up here. Bippity boppity boop. Now, bippity boppity boop. Then you just fold that down, bring in the top. Take his legs, let's say, untab them from the centerpiece section. Then what you want to do, take these tires, rotate them around so they're like that. Rotate them around. Yes. Then you want to take these feet, flip them around. Take this up for a second. And there are two little tabs in there. I don't know if you can see them, but they're right next to these black pieces. Those right there, that are going to slot into the toes of the feet. Now this takes a little bit of finagling, but eventually you want to get the side panel to look like it does on like that, all tabbed in nice and tight. Now, what I find is easiest is to get the legs situated first up top here and then worry about the low-hanging crotch. I'll let that sink in for a minute. And then you're basically done. Whoops. And here is Blaster in his Cybertronian communication vehicle mode. Now, for accessories, like I said, he comes with his cassettes, but he also comes with a G1 inspired gun. And I really do like this gun. It's very G1-esque. And yes, you do have a seat on top that you could plug that into, and it can be a gunning position. Okay. I like the hubcaps on this guy because they are silver. Get it oriented right. With an Autobot logo on the hubcap, which is awesome. But yeah, he is basically just War for Cybertron Soundwave, painted up in red and black and gold. I know it's like a silver, but it's more. It's got a gold tint. Yeah, it's very silvery gold. What do I have for source comparison? But if you guys have the deluxe, Deluxe Prime, you know, Deluxe Prime, new movie Vaseline, you know, So the problem with having his chest flat is while it looks really good, as you can tell, you can see into his head cavity. So you do have to have it kind of angled, and it does give the front more of a straight down section, but the bottom here, which you're not really going to be looking at, but it just looks kind of odd to me. That's why on display I leave it flat. Yes, you can see into his head cavity, but oh well. Now he does have a boombox mode, which I cannot get him in for the life of me. So I'm going to sign off now. Thank you for watching. This has been Optimus Prime with G1 Blaster. G1 Blaster. I'm doing it again. I think I'm doing the G1 review, but I'm not. War for Cybertron Blaster. I had a really good cup of coffee. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope to see you again next time. And take care. Bye.